Hi friends! Welcome back to our Floral States of America project, where we are putting together a new block for every state of the United States. This is a cottoncuts exclusive project where they have designed a new block for us to showcase the state flower for each state of the United States. We are currently on state number 10, the state of Virginia. The state flower for Virginia is the American dogwood, and wait until you see the fabric that Cottoncuts and Windham Fabrics have put together for us to use on this block. Let's take a closer look. Okay, Virginia is over here along our east coast, right next to North Carolina. It is known as the Old Dominion state, and here is the fabric that Cottoncuts and Windham Fabric have chosen to showcase the American dogwood flower. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't think the camera really does it justice, but it's a beautiful red background with these really pale pink, peachish pink flowers. They're really, really pretty. This is the block we're going to be making with this fabric. I love the little pinwheel design that's going on here, and I can't wait to see what that looks like. So let's go back to the machine and let's get started. Virginia, officially the Commonwealth of Virginia, is a state in the Southeastern and Mid-Atlantic regions of the United States, between the Atlantic coast and the Appalachian Mountains. The state of Virginia was named after England's Queen Elizabeth I. In the early 1600s, all of North America that was not Spanish or French was then called Virginia in honor of the Virgin Queen, and the earliest English colonial expeditions were sent by the Virginia Company of London. Virginia became the 10th state to enter the Union on June 25, 1788. Did you know that Virginia has been the birthplace to 8 of our U.S. presidents? That's more than any other state in the Union. Even more interesting, 4 of the 5 first presidents of the U.S. were Virginians. In the earlier days, Virginia was known as the birthplace of presidents. In addition to this nickname, Virginia may also be referred to as the Old Dominion. This likely derives from the Virginia being the first and therefore the oldest of the overseas dominions of the kings and queens of England. The first Thanksgiving in American history was not where most people may think. Contrary to popular belief, it was in Virginia and not in Plymouth, Massachusetts. On December 4th, 1619, a year before the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth, and 2 years and 17 days before the fabled New England feast, English settlers arrived at Berkeley Hundred for the first Thanksgiving service. Traditionally, those who celebrate Thanksgiving today are served the white or dark meat of a delicious turkey. However, those in Virginia may prefer a pinker meat, otherwise known as the Smithfield ham. For those of you not familiar, a Smithfield ham is a specific form of country ham finished cured in the town of Smithfield, Virginia. According to Virginia law, anything labeled Smithfield ham must be produced through a dry salt method and aged for at least 6 months. The cured ham was among the first exports of the U.S. that sold in Bermuda during the late 16th century. While mermaids may be a mythical creature, the folks of Norfolk, Virginia believe otherwise. Scattered around Norfolk City are references to mermaids. Even the symbol of the city is this mythical siren of the ocean. Legends have it that mermaids would entertain soldiers after battling on harsh seas, and so they became symbols commemorating the maritime roots of Norfolk. Every day, people pose for photos with the more than 100 statues scattered across the city. Imagine a place where history and nature come together in a stunning display. Virginia's Natural Bridge is one such wonder. This massive limestone arch, once owned by Thomas Jefferson, has been a source of awe for centuries. Jefferson, the 3rd U.S. president, purchased the land in 1774, recognizing its beauty and significance. Today, visitors can walk beneath the towering arch, which stands 215 feet high and spans 90 feet wide. In addition to this natural bridge, Virginia is also home to an infamous man-made bridge tunnel known as the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. The 17.6-mile bridge tunnel crosses the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay between Delmarva and the Hampton Roads. It opened in 1964, replacing ferries that had operated since the 1930s. It carries the US 13, which saves motorists roughly 95 miles and an hour and a half on their trip between Hampton Roads and the Delaware Valley and points north compared to other routes. As of January 2021, over 140 million vehicles have crossed the CBBT. Whether you're looking for history or nature, the state of Virginia offers both. right, these pinwheel corners are a challenge for me. It's something different that I've never really done before, and so I'm still kind of learning how to do it. But there we go, friends. There is our block for Virginia. I love that. I love the movement of it, how it looks like it's spinning, you know? Especially since it's on point like that instead of being square. I really love the way that turned out. All right, so the next step that we need to do is we need to go ahead and color in our state of Virginia. I've got some markers back here, so I'm going to go ahead and color that in, and then I'll show you what we have come up with in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. Okay, there we go. Our state of Virginia is officially colored in. It's quite a big state, but I did leave Washington, D.C. uncolored because I'm not certain if we're going to have our own block for that section of the United States or not, so I've left it uncolored for now. I will go back and color it in later if it turns out we don't have another block for it. But there you go. Here's a closer look at our block. You can see the beautiful fabrics have been showcased really, really well on this block, and I love the pinwheel, the movement of it. It's one of my favorite blocks. Well, friends, that's it for our block for Virginia. The American dogwood is a beautiful flower, and I really think that cottoncuts and Windham fabrics have done a great job of showcasing that in this block. As I mentioned before, I love the movement of it. I love the way it feels like a pinwheel is floating in the air. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to see what the rest of our states look like. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't already, please hit that like button down below, and please consider subscribing if you like what you see here today. Hopefully I will see you either on our next video or on our next live stream at 10:30 a.m. Central Time on Sunday mornings. All right, friends, thanks again. I'll see you really soon. Bye for now.